Hello everyone! Welcome back to episode 17 of my Let's Build series. I am so excited to be back. This weekend was Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, and I just want to start by saying I am so incredibly thankful for all of you who are supporting this series. I'm seriously having so much fun with it, and I hope you guys are too. Anyways, with that said, actually, let me show you guys. I actually have a Halloween skin on. Now, if you're in my last stream, then you've already seen this, but I wanted to show it here too, because I know not everybody can make it to the streams. Today, I'm having an inspiration problem. And it's not that I don't have any inspiration, it's that I have way too much. I have so many things that I want to start on. I want to start on the top of the tower. I want to start on this entranceway. I want to do the exterior wall details because I have so many details to go along out here. I want to start on the interior and show you guys what's happening, and I have 2 hours to record because I have an exam. So I want like 10 hours to sit down and just do it all, but well, the life of a student. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is actually do a little bit of everything. We're gonna start on the interior. Now you can see I've kind of marked out our windows. Now because I do have an exam, I haven't had a chance to do the details on all of them, so these two have their exterior details and these two do not, but I thought I would just mark those in so that we would know what's happening. Oh boy, what was that noise? What on earth? I don't know if you guys heard that. There was just such a strange Minecraft noise happening. Okay, anyways, that was very scary. I would like to get some interior pillars going up right here. So to give some depth to the interior walls here, basically just the same size as the exterior, actually a little bit more intense, I guess you could say. Let's actually get this in my offhand. So I'm just on every spot where we have these pillars, I'm just going to indent these too, so that we have something to kind of build our interior detail off of. Now, when it comes to the interior in here, I would like to do this room very open concept, whereas in the long hallway there and in the other side, it's going to be very blocked off into rooms. But this is sort of like our entranceway. Like if we had people visiting, I know it's a single player, so nobody's gonna visit, but if we did have people visiting, they would visit here. They would enter through this area. So I want this to be a very open concept area. Alright, our pillars are officially in place, sort of. So we're gonna have this loft area coming out over this to kind of cover up the shape of our ceiling and also give us some more space up here. Otherwise, we have a lot of wasted airspace in this absolutely massive building. Now, I think it's very important for each and every builder to have a style when building. Now, this is something that is very hard for each builder to develop and can even take years. But it's just the way that you build. And everybody does this differently. Like if you watch different YouTubers who build, like Wells Knight will build one way and Scar will build a completely different way. And then if you're watching B-Double-O, he does things totally differently too. And even if they're all building something that gives them a slightly similar result, like maybe a palm tree or a simple medieval house, they'll all do it in their slightly own way. Like they all have this like customizable, like their own little style. And I think with me, the way that I build in survival mode is definitely something that I'm still developing because I'm new to this. I've only been building in creative mode for a long time, but I do think the way that I build in survival drives some of you guys insane, which I kind of find really funny. I'm a person who's very all over the place when building, so like for example, I was just working over here, and now I'm gonna jump over here. Why? Who knows? I just feel like working in this area right now. I kind of just build sporadically, like whenever I want to. I'll just pick up a new project in a new area, and it doesn't really bother me to do it like that. Okay, I think this is about the midpoint. I'm gonna find out. Well, it's slightly too forward. Right, so we need to line it up with these pillars. So this is gonna be our entranceway to the palace, like the main one. The other one is attached to the enchanting tower, so that one's a little bit more of a challenge to get in and out of directly. This one is going to be connected to the water with some stairwells heading into it. I'm really hoping you guys get used to the fact that I jump around a lot. I know it can be confusing, but I am trying to confine myself to just this module of the palace interior. Hopefully you guys will be able to keep up. The main thing I think that separates me from somebody like maybe BOO, who, by the way, I absolutely love BOO. He is literally the reason that I started building. But when he builds on camera, he tends to do all of the detail on one side. So the people watching get a very good idea of exactly what he has in his mind, and then he'll do the back of it sort of off camera or to himself. And I really like the way that he does that. It's extremely entertaining, but for some reason I've had a lot of trouble doing that myself, or like building in a more entertaining way, because the way that I like to lay out a build is none of the details, all of the blocking it in, and then do the details sort of all at once. So like today, we probably aren't going to get to any exact details, but we will have sort of a full interior shell, we'll say, going on in this place. So hopefully over time, it'll be able to make sense. But I know this episode may be a little jumpy for some of you, and I apologize in advance. Alright, so due to not having a ton of birch log, this is the height of our pillar right now. It's fine. That's a good height. Okay, it's obviously going to be taller, but I think we can continue on without it. So this is where our pillar would be if it was here. I want to go 2 blocks to the side, and then right here, we're just going to build this little floor out. So I want to have sort of a little garden area right here, kind of perched out into the water, and then on the sides of it we're gonna have these staircases that lead down into the underwater section of the palace. So this is where things are starting to get very, very serious. I don't know if serious is the right word. It's getting very real. We're moving on to a section that we've been anticipating for quite a long time, and I feel like everything is finally starting to really come together. So we're gonna come in, out 2, maybe out 1. Let's go over to the other side. And same thing. Out 1, over, out 2, over, and we'll go out 1 more. That's not quite pointy enough. I wanted it to be kind of pointy. Hang on, I can fix. Oh my goodness, it's getting dark again. I feel like it is just constantly nighttime. I guess that's what happens when you're having so much fun. You just end up passing by the day so quickly. Okay, I like that shape. We will get back to that in just a moment. Right, so this is the area that envelops the pillar, and I'm gonna fill it with some dirt. I don't have any grass blocks. Well, I have 1. I got this from an Enderman. Kind of stole it back, so hopefully that will spread perfectly fine, and within time we will have lots of lovely grass around this area to plant some flowers in. Alright, there we have it. Now over to the side here, we have to start on the stairs. I want to give 1 block right there, so 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I think we could do 5 wide. That's a fairly big staircase in my opinion, but I think we can work with the size, and it's definitely needed. I'll say that much. We desperately need a way in and out of this palace that is a lot easier, and that will certainly be one. Okay, let's do these on both sides. There's a little pufferfish right there, and he's making me very nervous. I do not want to make him mad, but my staircase is getting closer and closer to his home. Alright, from down here, this is looking really cool. We've got our tree over there, and then right here are our staircases. And I love that this comes down into this flat area that is turning into a coral reef, because we can do a lot of decorating down here and add even more underwater structure. I'm so excited to get to that point. But for right now, I think it's time we add some support structures to this. So let's get rid of some of this kelp. It can all grow back when it wants to, but it's a little bit challenging to build around it. I think just right here we'll do like some supports coming into the water. Whoops, that one was a bit of a mistake right there. And just kind of build these down into the pillars so that it looks like it's being supported. It'll also add a little bit of detail. There we go. I think we could also spruce this up a little bit with some birchwood. coming in here. Let's do that. I think we could also cover up that harsh edge by getting some slabs along there. Let's actually go grab some. Alright, so with these slabs, I'm just going to cover up the dirt because we are going to be spending a lot of time underwater, and I want to look up at the prismarine and not the dirt. In my opinion, it's a lot prettier. Alright, so I don't have enough to cover all of it on me right now, but I can come back and fill this in afterwards. There we go. I think that is definitely a lot better. Yeah, that is an improvement for sure. Okay, let's move on to the next area. Before we move on too much, I actually want to work over here a little bit. So on the edges of these stairs, I actually want to add some prismarine brick. This is going to be something that we do throughout the palace interior. I want to make use of this brick, but particularly here, I think we could use it as a sort of an edge to these stairs going all the way down. Not only does it provide like a railing, it also gives this gorgeous color and detail to this area, which I think it definitely needs. Let's just do one and see what that looks like. I love every single opportunity to use this prismarine. It makes me so happy. Alright, and from back here I can already tell I love that. I'm definitely going to do that on all sides. Gosh, there are some really spooky ambient noises underwater coming from Minecraft. I haven't spent a ton of time underwater with my sounds on high, but I've got my sounds up fairly loud right now, and I am hearing just the spookiest noises. Every now and then I think there's a drown near me or something, but it's not. It's just the ambient noise of being underwater. It's so lovely, actually. I should play with my sounds louder often. Okay, and that is the end of my prismarine stairs. I will have to go to the guardian farm and grab some more. Actually, we may have more in the storage room, but yeah, that is going to be so lovely connecting to a path here underwater. I'm so excited. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next area inside the actual palace where we have a roof. Before we do that, I actually kind of lied. I want to mark something out right here in the center. So this is the center of our massive tower that's going to be like the tallest part of this whole entire palace. And in the center of it, I want to also have our largest and tallest aquarium. So I'm going to mark out where the aquarium is going to go. And before I do that, I just want to quickly find the center and make sure that everything is lined up. Okay, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 9 radius. Yep, I think that will be fitting perfectly. We may have to move it in 1, but we shall see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can already tell that this is going to be a little bit too close on that side, so I'm going to move them in 1, so it'll be 8 instead of 9. Alright, so with this, I'm actually going to mark out the circle of the aquarium. So we've got 5 on each edge, and then we're going to do 2. Actually, let's do 3. And then a corner like that. Yeah, we'll actually end up doing 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Yeah, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is officially the size of our large aquarium that is going to go way up there. The circle is actually not as big as I hoped. I think it's going to be fine though. I mean, it's massive. It's going to take a lot of water to fill this, and it's definitely going to be a great decoration. The idea with this is that we won't be able to see all the way through the palace. So when we come in through the enchantment tower entrance over here, or maybe up one of the elevators from our storage room, this big aquarium will be going all the way up here, so we won't be able to see this entrance here. And the same happens when we come in around. We have to walk around the aquarium and look at it, enjoy it, and I think it creates a much more divided space and also just adds a nice decoration to the large room. When we've got a large room like this, I still want to break it up. With this hallway right here, it's really long, so instead of doing something like that, I am going to break this space up into rooms. But this one, not so much. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do to break it up is actually add a second floor. So I want to have a balcony in this section right here in our even number space. So in order to get up to that balcony and to these windows here, I would like to have another floor on this level. This floor is only going to come out just a few blocks because obviously I don't want it to cover up my little elevators here. It's probably 5 blocks out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that will be a lovely distance. And we'll have some stairs that lead up to this. Alright, so there's the platform on one side. It looks a little strange right now, but I think once we get this flooring loft area in and also finish the exterior, it'll hopefully look a little bit more finished. I want to sort of get these pillars going along each side so that we can add some sea lanterns to this, because I feel like we are desperately going to need some lighting and also some railing along here. Now, I need to figure out where the middle of this section is. It's a 2-block middle. Now, is it right here? I think it's right there. Okay, so right here in the center, we're gonna have a staircase that comes down to the central area. I also wanna have a staircase at the end there in case we're running up from a different direction. Lots of different options to get up and down here. And just like what we did with the stairs down there, I also want to do a railing on these because I just absolutely love the way that this detail looks. I think the Prismarine brick is perfect for it. Alright, there we go. This little viewing deck is now done. Now obviously this is going to make a lot more sense since our windows are finished and we have a balcony right here to actually look out on. But I mean, I really like that. I think it's definitely going to break up the interior quite a lot once we have the rest of the work done to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do this exact same thing on the other side. Alright everyone, so as you can see, the interior shell is looking a lot better now. I've even marked out the edge of our loft here where we'll be able to look down at the aquarium, and the aquarium is going to go all the way past where the loft goes. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to put up there yet, but I'm sure you guys will give me some fantastic ideas, especially once we get the exterior done. I'm not entirely sold on these Prismarine sort of elevated areas, but we have to keep in mind that there are no details yet. We don't have any window frames in, no details on the interior walls, no furniture, nothing like that. So let's go easy on it for right now until we get more of the detail in. I wish I had time to do it right now, but I'll be honest, this is actually the morning after my last clip. I have everything before this point in this clip edited, which means I know right now the video is under 20 minutes, but I have an exam in under 24 hours, so this is overall just a bad idea. Don't be like me. Don't do this. I'm gonna actually get some hidden lighting up here in these pillars. So as you can see, I put the pillar across this way. I'm actually not sure if you can see right now, but I'm gonna add these in and hopefully that will help. Oh, we got some lighting glitches. Hopefully that'll help with the lighting situation and kind of hide that away in there. Yeah. I think that definitely helps, and we're also gonna have some chandeliers hanging down here. And this won't exist, so we won't have to worry about that. I'm actually probably going to move our idea board up onto one of these platforms so that we can actually see the way through the hallway and get a better idea of what this place will look like. Anyways, let's get it. Whoop, nope, not that one. Let's get another piece of hidden lighting in here. Perfect. It's always awkward putting a roof on something because as soon as you put the roof in, it gets so dark and you kind of forget how dark it gets. Yeah, that's definitely going to help already. I'll do even more hidden lighting in around our chandeliers up at the top of them, and that'll help light up the center so that we have a complete ceiling that we can see the details of. Around the ceiling, I also don't want the walls to just be flat. We're going to do some molding going along the side, and that can help us with hiding some lighting. We may actually have to move these a little bit. We've got lots and lots of options, but right now I want to actually show you guys something. Let me get my glass and my buckets out. Look at this. You guys have been anticipating this for a while. I know you have. Some of you guys really on top of this way more than me. Look at this. Right below here. It's our underwater ravine. So this is where our little ravine village is going to go with all of our mini farms. And we're going to start working on this again very, very soon because we need those mini farms. But I want to be able to see it from in here. Oop, I actually cannot get up. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to dig this out so that when we're coming around here, we can actually look down From our staircase, we'll be able to look down and see our mini farms and our little village. I think that'll be such a fun little idea. I've been having trouble thinking of how to properly incorporate this ravine in, because I really do want it to be like a main aspect in here. I want to be able to see it, but I don't know, it's in kind of a tricky spot. I think this is going to be a good way to do it though. Kind of like the ravine turns into sort of like an aquarium from here. Although it's not blocked in like an aquarium, we're viewing it as if it is one, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, that gives us such a nice view. Wow. Okay, we're obviously going to put glass on top of this. I just need to figure out how far out we want to go. I think one more. Yeah, there we go. And that one is to the wall, so we can't actually bring that one in anymore. I like that. Okay. So we need some Prismarine to actually surround this with. Probably do brick again. I'll end up doing the stuff that's further down in the water once we get the walls in there all cleaned up. I may actually end up doing that on stream. I think that's kind of grindy work that I would want some company for. Alright, now that we've got it all dug out, it's just time to get the glass in. Oh. And one is wasted, of course, already. I can't wait to have Optifine connected textures in here. That's gonna be fun. Alright, get the rest of this across. I think we're definitely going to need to surround this with some carpet or something to sort of blend it in with the flooring a little better, but that's definitely really cool to just be able to see down there from up here. I like that little connection. We're going to decorate around here a lot more to kind of blend it all together, make it look pretty, lots of fun details. But I like that we have that marked in now so that we can work with it even further. Alright, since we are nearing Halloween, I feel it is only right to do a little bit of decorating outside our palace. This was actually asked to me by one of my Discord community members. Wild Nature asked if I was going to decorate my base for Halloween, and I actually planned on doing something, but I think for right now we can just add a couple little pumpkins maybe to our bridge here. Let's shear those. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, let's do a couple more inside now that we have an interior. Oh, let's do them to our other entrance over there. See if we get any trick-or-treaters. Okay, let's do them at the top here. There we go. On each stair, yes, this is the perfect Halloween decoration for an unfinished palace. Brilliant! Alright, so now that we've got a couple festivities, I would love to know what you guys are going to be for Halloween. I don't actually have an idea picked out yet for my costume, but hopefully some of you guys are way ahead of me on that, so let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I would now like to move on to our comment or question of the day. And today's comment comes from Save the Spiral, who says, "Hi Gemini, I really enjoyed this series, even if I haven't commented before. I was thinking that the mine entrance could be some kind of escape room / tunnel for whoever lives in the palace. Maybe the lore could be because they fear the mermaids becoming hostile, or it was a way to escape the phantoms and other scary mobs that show up on long nights during the palace's construction. Good luck on your classes. I love this series and I'm excited to see where it goes." Thank you so much, Spiral, for the thoughtful comments. So if you guys aren't familiar with what Spiral is talking about, last episode and during our stream we talked about this area down here. This is directly below our palace, and it's the entrance to my mine. And I want to have this area kind of hidden. We also have a ravine down here that we can definitely do something with. I mean, there's so much inspiration in this area to work from. So I definitely think turning this into some sort of escape room or bunker for the people who lived in this palace, and sort of like they were slightly fearful of the mermaids, like these two kingdoms had sort of united, the mermaids and the humans together. They were now cooperating with each other, but there's always this like slight fear. So maybe having some sort of secret room, maybe we could get some pistons going and set that up. That could be fun. I think we should definitely do that. I love that idea. Thank you so much, Spiral. Oh, having knockback on a sword is not exactly convenient for underwater fighting. Alright, so between episodes after my exam, I'm going to continue working on getting these staircases all the way down and just finishing up some of the final details that we need to do.
that are kind of boring during the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me on this series. I'm gonna go study now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!